Hey guys, welcome back to Homemade Homestead. My name is Rachel. If you're new, today I have a video to share with you guys about some things that I have discovered over the years of planning birthday parties. Now, if you don't know, I have 3 little ones, ages 8 all the way down to a 1-year-old. I've been planning birthday parties for each one of them all their years. So there's just a few tricks that I've learned along the way. I hope that they would help you guys as much as they have helped me. So the first one is come up with a theme. So it just helps everything stem off of it if you can come up with a theme. If you don't know of a good theme, you can search Pinterest. A few themes that I have used for a birthday party before was a Minion theme. We've done Thomas the Train. We've done cars and planes, boats, farm theme. And just recently, my baby girl turned 1 and we did a bumblebee theme. So I'm gonna refer you back to that birthday party because that was the most recent. I'll show pictures of different inspirations to maybe help you. So come up with a theme, that way we can stem off of that. Second, I like to go to Pinterest for inspiration. Once I have my theme, or if you need inspiration, you can go to Pinterest and find your theme. But once you have your theme, scroll through Pinterest. It's a free website. You can look through and find things that maybe spark your interest, things that you'd love to recreate, things that maybe you would hope to buy if it's in your budget. I tried to do different categories. The first one is decoration. I looked through for decoration, food, games, thank yous, cute different invitations. I get ideas about that. I take out a notebook and I just scratch it all down. So I write decorations, a few ideas that I saw and I really liked. Now, thirdly, I think about my budget. The budget will determine a lot. If you're gonna go with like a $50 budget, that'll change if you go to a $100 budget. You'll have different things that you can afford or your choices that you want to afford. I don't waste money on invitations anymore. I used to, but now everything is online, electronic. So I come up with a really cute design on Canva. It's a free website, not sponsored at all. You just go on, put in the search bar right there on Canva what kind of social media thing you're trying to plan. If you're doing something on Instagram or just through your email, I like to do through Facebook events. So I just search in their bar, Facebook event cover, and then I can design whatever theme it is. So I designed a little bumblebee birthday party cover, and then you can invite all your friends through Facebook. It also comes with the date. It lists out a place where you can put a description so that your guests know what to expect if you're gonna have food or just do games or anything like that. It'll tell you the time, the location of the party. It's really simple. I really like it because almost everybody is on social media. You don't have to spend money printing invitations or even mailing them. So I don't spend money on doing invitations anymore. One of my biggest cost saving things is go off of the theme, but use the color scheme. So for instance, we did a bumblebee theme party. I do black and yellow for this party theme. It's so easy. That way I'm not buying every little thing that looks like a bumblebee. My plates don't have bumblebees on them, my napkins and my cups. I just go with that color scheme. So I did black and yellow plates, black and yellow napkins, black and yellow plates, black and yellow napkins, black and yellow cups, silverware, streamers, balloons. Those are the things that I buy in the color scheme. It costs so much if you buy everything that is that theme. So my biggest suggestion is use the colors and go off of that. My favorite places to shop are the dollar store and Walmart. Sometimes Walmart's actually cheaper than the dollar store. Like you can get plates and cups and napkins there for 97 cents compared to the dollar store for $1. But sometimes the streamers are cheaper at the dollar store because you get 2 packages rather than at Walmart you just get 1. So I would suggest compare and contrast between those two, but those are the places that I like to shop to find those things. And this is the part where we get a little bit crafty and creative. Now, no, don't turn off the video and say, I'm not crafty, I'm not creative, I can't do that. I am right there with you. I have horrible handwriting. I am not crafty at all. When I make something, it does not look beautiful. It looks a little homemade. So a couple tips are go back on Canva. Like I searched for a bumblebee in their, what's it called? In their elements, I think is the tab, and it'll it'll show you which ones are free and which ones are in their pro package, which you have to pay for. So I just go to the free things and I print those out. If you don't have a printer, you could check with a local library, grocery store. Sometimes they'll let you print them off for like 10 to 40 cents depending if black and white color. Also with signs, I came up with some different signs like as sweet as can be, and I printed those out. I printed those letters out and then I cut them into bubble shapes because my handwriting stinks. So that way I'm not having to write things, but it still has that saying, and it cost me like 10 cents instead of going on to Etsy and spending so much more for a sign. I also utilize poster board and print things on that, or if I talked my husband into writing for me because he had so much better handwriting, I made this really cute queen bee sign that went on her high chair. I cut it out of poster board, which poster board is super cheap. You can make signs out of that, and that's what I did with this queen bee sign. I cut them in hexagons and I wrote a letter on each one, and I just taped it, and I used some ribbon, which is very inexpensive. It's about 50 cents per spool of ribbon at Walmart. And I just tied that all together, put that on her high chair. It looked a little bit more homemade than the Etsy one, but I was quite pleased with it. Come up with some different sayings that you could tape to your walls just to try to emphasize the theme a little bit more. Also, when you buy tablecloths don't always just have to be for the tables. You can tape them up to walls and it will cover quite a big area if you want to do a photo backdrop for some photos, or you can just cover an entire wall and tape different sayings onto that. I've done that several times and it's really a cute effect. And one fun thing is balloons. My kids love balloons. All their friends love balloons. I don't spend money pumping them up with helium. That can get so costly. I just buy them at the dollar store. We blow them up just with our good old oxygen. We tie them and throw them all over the floor. And the kids love to grab them and either hit each other with them or throw them up and like try to keep them up off of the ground. And they just have such a fun time with balloons. So I highly suggest that if you're okay with them hitting each other with these soft balloons or just hitting them up in the air. They love balloons. We do it for every single party in the color scheme. Number 4, think about the food. Food can get really pricey really quickly. So I try to come up with 3 to 4 appetizer-y snacks. I try not to have my party at noon for lunch or at 5 or 6 o'clock for dinner. I try to do it in an in-between time so that I don't have to pay for an entire meal for a crowd of people. This Bumblebee themed party, we did honeycomb Rice Krispie treats. And instead of using Rice Krispie treats, we use some Cheerios with some marshmallows. That's a really inexpensive snack and sweet. We also pop popcorn. Popcorn is such an inexpensive filling snack. You could label it different things to make it fun and themed minded. We did peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the shape of a bumblebee. I put it in my budget to purchase a cookie cutter that's in the shape of a bumblebee so I could cut out those peanut butter and honey sandwiches. I also did this for a train birthday a long time ago. I did turkey and cheese sandwiches and used a train cookie cutter to cut those out. It's such a cute food, and it also goes a long way because, you know, a sandwich is quite filling. I also did a cheese ball in the shape of a bumblebee. This again goes far because crackers are pretty inexpensive and you're only using a little bit of the cheese ball, and it was a huge hit. It was super cute and everybody loved that. Now, don't be intimidated by this, but I encourage you to either make your own cake or buy a store-bought cake and decorate it yourself. There's some cute pictures again on Pinterest that can inspire you, but it costs so much money to go out and buy an already decorated cake from a bakery. I mean, you're talking 20, 30, 40, upwards dollars. I mean, it's crazy. Making cupcakes or making a cake can be very inexpensive. You can even buy a box mix. I see them on sale for around $1, or you can make them from scratch, which are even a little bit cheaper. I made my cupcakes from scratch. I also made my frosting from scratch, which I just use whipping cream, cream cheese, and a little bit of either powdered sugar or stevia if you're trying to stay sugar conscious. And I just put it in a Ziploc bag, cut the tip on the corner, and I just piped it right on. But there is a little hack that I've also seen online where you buy a store-bought cake for like $10 to $15, and then you can try to transform it into something cute, like a dump truck cake, where you put a little dump truck and you put like some chopped up Oreo cookies on it, you know, to try to make it look like dirt. Something cute like that too. You can make semi-homemade, which will save you a lot of money in the long run. Number 5, our last tip, is the games and the thank you. There's nothing wrong with the classic games of pin the tail on the donkey, which we transformed into pin the stinger on the bee, or scavenger hunts. Kids love that depending on the age. You could do arts and crafts where they color or paint. We had them learn how to draw a bee just by on YouTube. You can find out a video how to draw a bumblebee, and so they all sat down and learned how to draw a bumblebee. We also painted rocks. We had the kids find a rock and come in and paint it, and they can make it look like a bumblebee. There's a lot of different games where you don't have to spend a lot of money. I commissioned my husband to draw a bumblebee, and they all had fun pinning the stinger right onto that. He painted it. He's much more of an artist than I am, but again, they have YouTube videos on how to draw whatever you're looking for, and it's step by step. They're pretty straightforward and easy. Even I can draw some of them. And the thank you. I was able to do honey in a little jar tied with ribbon and a little honey dipper stick. The only thing I had to purchase were those honey dipper sticks, which I got 20 of them for like $7 on Amazon. And I already had the jars, I already had the honey, and I had the string laying around to do the bumblebee queen sign. So I had all of that stuff. But it can get expensive if you had to purchase all those things. So I highly suggest looking around your house, seeing what things you can already use, and if that doesn't fit into your budget, there are some great alternatives. You can make extra snacks that you created for the party and send those home as a goodie bag, like the Rice Krispie treats. You can make some extra, cut them and put them in a sandwich baggie and send those home as a thank you. Also, their crafts, you know, that could be their thank you. Their bumblebees, their things that they draw, that could be a thanks for coming too. So don't overlook those, you know, those are great thank yous. But remember, it is fun to do a birthday theme, but that's not the meaning of the birthday. The birthday is to celebrate the birthday person, the birthday individual, and just showing how grateful and thankful that we are for that individual in our life. So don't overlook that. Make sure that that person feels loved and appreciated, and that we're grateful to have them for another year. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this inspired you. Let me know down below, are these good tips? Did you learn anything from them? Thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you guys, and I hope you're having an awesome day wherever you are. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.